Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another episode of Woodworking with Mr. Kevin. Today is a 2 for day. We're going to make 2 little tiny jigs. One's to save your fingers, the other one's to make a tapered cut on your table saw. It's going to be super fast and easy. If you don't have time or you think you know about all these things, hit the like button anyway, and that way you can come back in your history and find all the videos that you've liked, and my video will be in there somewhere, and you can watch it next week, a month from now, or a year from now, because YouTube saves that stuff, and you help out the channel at the same time. So the first video we're going to talk about is the Finger Saver 9000, which I use to make this cut right here, and we're going to make a taper cut on the table saw using this little piece of wood, a right and a left cut, and we use this to make this cut that used to only be about another 1.5 inches wide. It says right there it used to be 16.5 degrees to a 6.5 degree cut, using this to hold it in place and not my fingers. And I'm looking at this long cut, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna hold on to that with my fingers, literally 1 inch from the blade. I have this, it's always on my saw. I put a magnet on it so I can lock it up to the saw. I'm gonna show you how to make this today in like a minute. The only thing you need is a scrap piece of wood and some of these rubber bumpers, fast cap silicone bumpers. And if you want, you can do the fancy thing like I do and put a magnet on it. So that way you can just stick it to anything that's metal. Let's get to the video. This is only gonna be a short video, so thanks for watching. We'll see you in a minute. Finger Saver 9000. This one I made in a hurry. I wish I would have made it a little longer, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut this off right here. And I'm gonna cut it back to here. So now I'm gonna cut a little tiny 45s in this because I need to get it closer sometimes. I'd just rather do this now. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the top off a little bit. Okay, so now we have that. Beveled the top a little bit just in case we have to cut a bevel. Just keeps that out of the way. I need 2 rows of these guys in there so I can actually make this a little bit bigger. This we're gonna cut out. I'm just gonna cut that out on the saw. This right here, I don't know if every saw has that, but this keeps the blade off the deck. And I'm not sure if this is set right or not. It's pretty close, look at that. The whole reason for cutting this out is so you can get closer to where the blade is cutting than you could if it was straight. So when you're doing this, you might need a piece of wood because this blade won't go back far enough. So when it's up like that, you might have a problem with it actually cutting through. So the best thing to do then would be to take this, use this as a spacer coming out that way. It'll actually cut everything. That was a little messy, but whatever. So now we have a thicker boards that we want to get closer to. We can actually do that like this. Let's say I wanted to actually cut this for some stupid reason. I can get right in there, right where the blade is up there nice and tight. If it was solid, it's off the deck too much, you can't do that. There it is. Now I'm gonna put bumpers on here. This is what we're using. Little silicone or rubber bumpers, whatever the hell they are. They stick on there pretty good. These are made by Fast Cap, the same people that make the speed tape. I wonder if you can cut these in half. Once you stick them on there, you can't get them off. Let's see. Oh, look at that. There's even more on there. I even cut one in half to make it work. So if you're trying to make a weird cut, you want to really be able to hold this down as you're cutting. You don't want your fingers that close to the blade. That's what this is for. Okay, you can actually take that and you can cut this, and that ain't going nowhere. I can't get it to slide one way or the other. So I don't want to hold my hand here, right? You wouldn't want to put your finger here and make a cut. Try to hold that down. But sometimes you got to make that cut because that's just what you need to make. And this, you could bring this right up against that blade almost. Actually, you can bring it right up into the blade. If you cut it, it doesn't matter. Here we go. Having a regular board on there and trying to hold that in place, it's super sloppy. It doesn't hold it. Put that where you want it. You have all of these little tiny rubber doodads to help hold everything in place. And once it's there, you're locked in. It doesn't really move that much. Last thing we got to do here is put on the magnet. You can buy these magnets on Amazon. I'm going to take this 1-inch screw, I'm going to stick it here, and we're going to screw it right through there. But there it is. See? That is sturdy. If I wanted to cut this again, I probably could. Do I want to do that? No. That's up on there square. Get that as close as we can. We're going to shove down and see what happens. Here we go. Okay, I didn't cut the jig at all. We don't have to worry about cutting our fingers off. That makes you more relaxed, more calm. Doesn't make you all uptight. Because what are you going to do? Cut a piece of wood? Yeah, that's what you're doing anyway. So there you go. Finger Saver 9000. It takes literally minutes and could save your fingers a lifetime of agony. Because, you know, if you don't have a finger, you can't pick your nose. And if you can't pick your nose, you're not going to be happy. And then how the hell are you going to wipe your butt? Finger Saver 9000. Make yourself one. There you go, people. Keep your fingers safe. That way you can pick your nose and wipe your ass without any problems for the rest of your life. Okay, so now we're gonna use this guy right here on the table saw to make a tapered cut. Let me show you the part, real life, because it's already built. This part right here is what we're cutting. And all because of this part, you get to watch this video because I couldn't find my tapered jig anywhere, my adjustable tapered jig. It's around here somewhere, or I let somebody borrow it and they never brought it back. But this is the part we're cutting right here, using a piece of wood like that. Let's get to the video. Thanks for watching. So here's today's conundrum problem that I'm gonna solve using this little piece of wood here that I cut on my chop saw at 6.5 degrees. What I have to do is I have to cut this angle. And the way I plan on doing that is with this piece of wood. So this side is square, and we've cut 6.5 degrees to the right side of 0. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this whole gizmo right here, gonna lay it up here, and we're gonna cut across this way. The way to hold on to this thing, I'm actually just gonna take some speed tape and put some speed tape on there. And I'll show you that here in 2 seconds as soon as I go get some. So you can see the little hash marks that are on there right next to my thumb here, one up at the top. So I already figured out where the best placement for it is. I have my table saw fence set at 5 3/16. And that's the way I dialed it in. So we're gonna flip this around here. Once we get that all taped into place, and then we're gonna come back here, we're gonna make a cut and go all the way across. It's like having a tapered jig. Well, that is a tapered jig, I guess. It takes longer for me to explain these things than actually just go ahead and do it. All right, just gonna put that on there. Rub it on there real good. I have 2 of these to do. I'm gonna take that, set it down there, and push that down. Make sure it slides nicely. Just like that. So we're just gonna tape on the 6.5 degree angle to a piece of wood to cut the line over here at 6.5 degrees. And hopefully it doesn't fly off and make a mess. And I really don't like that blade on there, but we're going with it anyway. It's a crosscut blade, which is way too many teeth for what I'm doing here. Hopefully it works. All right, let me zoom in here. This is the angle. We're cutting this board right here. Turn on the old saw stop. Hopefully I don't set that off. It says it's happy. Here we go. So far so good. There it is. We missed it by like a pencil. Here's the bottom. You see that? We missed it by that much. But I think that'll work. Speed tape, 6.5 degree angle to cut a 6.5 degree angle here. Slide it in place. Boom, off it goes. Bob's your uncle and you're done. See how that works? So you don't need any fancy jigs. I just cut that on the chop saw because it was the only thing laying around and that's what I did. And now we made an angle. All right, we took that off. We're gonna use it on the other side now. This one we're gonna do backwards. It's gonna go to the point. It should be pretty damn close. The angle should be good. I think I'm gonna move this out just a skosh. We're gonna start wide and then we're gonna work our way into it. And if we have to take 2 passes at it, that's what we're gonna do. It's stuck on there. That tape works pretty damn good. Roll this up here. Just 1 tooth above, don't wanna go crazy. All right, here we go. Okay, now we're just gonna pop that loose. If you keep the speed tape free from dust, you could probably use it 3 or 4 times before it won't work anymore. Put them up against here. This one's a little bit wider, a little taller. I think what I'm gonna do is just join that down. There it is. Yeah, did you hear that? Didn't like that right there. It said, no thank you. There it is. All right, so we got them square. Yeah, dude, that's about as good as you can get. Now we got 2 parts that are exact opposite, one right and one left. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. I almost hit squeakers again. Shh. Burp. Idiot.
Subscribe now.